The apple tree is loaded with apples and I'm hungry for apple pie. So I thought I'd come out here, pick a few apples, and show you a nifty little device I use to peel these. That's up next here on Bud's Odd Jobs. Okay, so I have a number of apples picked and I'm going to get ready to make my pie and show you this little device I have for peeling these. You may say to yourself, well, those apples don't look like they're good to eat. Actually, what they have is called sooty blotch. And sooty blotch is basically apple blemishing fungus. It's sort of a dusty black or gray spots on the fruit. It looks unsightly, but it's still very edible. And as a matter of fact, if you wash these, and I'll show you in a minute, that fungus can actually wash off. Also, you may also notice that there's little specks on there. That's known as fly speck. It's a very similar type of fungus. Both of these funguses are typically due to higher temperatures and humidity, a combination of both, and the tree not getting enough airflow. So they tend to appear together on apples, and so the treatment is basically to prevent this is making sure that the humidity is reduced by pruning so that there's a lot of airflow through the tree, and this increased air circulation helps prevent the buildup of humidity. It also allows the pruning allows the fruit to grow larger. I did prune in the spring this year. However, it's something that you have to continue to do throughout the year, and I didn't maintain it very well. And as a result, we got some of this blotchiness, which again, I'm not going to wash all this fruit other than just to clean it a little bit. I'm not going to worry about the splotches because I'm going to remove that skin anyways. And again, it's nothing that's lethal or anything like that. The fruit is perfectly fine to eat that way. Okay, just to demonstrate cleaning the fruit to remove these blotches, I'm going to take a sponge. This is just regular water with a little bit of mild soap, like a dishwashing soap. And as you can see, it's just a surface fungus on the apple itself, and it comes off pretty easy. We'll take another one here that has quite a bit of blotchiness on it. So with a little bit of light scrubbing on the skin. Now if I were going to market these apples, people would be probably reluctant to buy them with that appearance, and therefore I would have to clean this fruit in order to sell it. I have before just let the apples soak in water overnight, and that takes a good majority of this blotchiness off, but you still have to do some light scrubbing on it to get it completely off the skin of the apple. But I mean, I've eaten the apples also without even just rubbing on a shirt and then eating the skin in that. It's not going to hurt you in any way. Okay, so the device I'm using, fairly simple device. Going to put a little bit of moisture on the bottom there. Clamp this down. There we go. It's nice and secure, securely held. You basically release this lever to back this in this position, and basically we'll take one of the apples. You basically stick this on the end and just twist this, and what this does, it not only peels but also cores the apple. And when you're done, the core pushes out and you've got this ringlet, and basically you can take that and cut it in fours. I'll get my cutting board here. like so. We'll just get rid of this part here that has this bad part. And there you go. You have nicely cut apples ready for the pie. Pretty easy to do. Let's try another one. And this is why I don't worry about the skin, because again, that's all removed. It's kind of fun to do as well. It does a really nice job. You can easily prepare many apples very quickly. Remove the core, couple chops, and it's ready for pie filling. Let's put another one on there. And you can see I can quickly peel several apples. And I can even it's pretty cool how it does it, and it's, like I said, done in no time flat. Take another one, press it on, wind it forward, remove the core. This one has some roughness inside, we'll just cut that out. Rinse, cut, and we're about ready to make a pie here. Let's try one more. So some of these have some roughness in the core, we'll just dispose of that. But as you can see, it does a really nice job. Okay, I'm going to get my shell. We're going to need a few more apples. No problem. Okay, to the apples, we're just going to add a couple cups of sugar. Doesn't have to be exact. And then also, going to add a little cinnamon. And take and mix that all together. Looks good. Take our pie crust and fill it up. going to take a few more apples and add to that, make it nice and full here. Okay, a little bit of parchment paper. I usually get a second crust, and we'll try to get this out on the paper and roll it out so we can use this as a top crust. There we go. I think we're ready to go in the oven. Okay, I've had my pie in here for about 45 minutes. I'm going to take her out and just going to remove these. And I've made up a little bit of an egg solution here. We're just going to baste it a little bit. Keep the oven warm here while we're doing this. And then we're going to put it back in for about another 15-20 minutes. This basting with the egg will give this a nice golden brown. Pardon me while I turn off my timer. There we go. Yeah, it'll give it a nice golden brown appearance. The foil, by the way, the reason I put that on the edges of the crust, that part typically wants to burn pretty easy. You don't want that to dry out or burn. So that's why I covered that during the initial baking. Alright, I think we got that adequately coated. Let's go ahead and put that back in. Alright, so we'll come back in about 15 minutes and see how it is. Okay, have the apple pie out on the cooling rack. Nice golden brown. We'll give it a few hours to cool down and we'll have a little taste. Be back then. Okay, here's the moment of truth. Let's give it a try. Nothing quite better than fresh apple pie. Hey, appreciate you watching today. Make sure you share this video with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you take the opportunity to do that as well. Appreciate you watching today. Thanks. See you next time. If you're looking for a great little apple peeler, I highly recommend this model. I'll leave a link in the description below. This just makes the job so much easier and it's actually fun to use. So check out the link below and grab one of these devices. I think you'll be glad you did.